This is the 2025 Mazda Miata, or MX-5 Grand Touring. It is 35 years for the Miata. It has been super popular, and if you've ever owned a Miata, you know why people own them, and they don't want to get rid of them. There is a huge history behind this car, and it is the only two-seater sports car and the only sports car sold by Mazda. But I have to say, I do miss the RX-7, and that might be coming back in the future, so we hear that's pure rumor, and we'll be covering that on our Car Coach Reports channel. Car Smarts is where all the car reviews live. What's new for 2025 is the 35th special anniversary car. It's a limited production based on the Grand Touring trim, and it features some niceties like heated seats, Bose stereo, and in-dash navigation. Under the hood of the MX-5 Miata is a Skyactiv 2-liter double overhead cam 4-cylinder engine backed by a 6-speed manual transmission, which is in our test car, or an automatic is available. 181 horsepower and 151 pound-feet of torque. This rear-wheel drive vehicle has sport-tuned suspension with Bilstein shock absorbers, front shock tower brace, and dynamic stability control. Traction control system is part of this vehicle. Fuel economy, 29 miles to the gallon combined, 0 to 60 time, 5.5 seconds. The MX-5 is a two-seater sports car, and our test vehicle comes in deep crystal blue mica, which is a new color, LED head and tail lights, and adaptive front lighting system. Our test vehicle rides on 17-inch wheels with performance tires. The RF Club trim includes Brembo brakes, BBS wheels, and a Recaro package for $4,900, and that's available on other trims as well. The warranty is 3 years or 36,000 miles. Inside the MX-5 is heated leather bucket seats, leather wrapped steering wheel, and the tan Napa leather interior you see here is $300 additional. Inside the MX-5, well, it's the traditional very small 8.8-inch screen, but you really don't need much more. Gauges are real gauges, which I do appreciate. There is satellite radio, as well as Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, but you cannot touch the screen. You have to use this dial. But best of all, it has a 5-speed manual transmission and a real parking brake, which means parking brake turns. And if you care about audio, this has a Bose 9-speaker system. 5 cubic feet of storage in this little car, but this vehicle is not meant for a long road trip, although if you've got soft duffel bags, you shouldn't have a problem at all. Weight of this vehicle is 2,454 pounds. LED taillights, MX-5 across the back, and Skyactiv logo completes the vehicle. The MX-5 has a manual top. Although if you buy the hardtop convertible, it does come power. Lift up on the lever, and then go inside and lock it down. If you want the top down, release the lever inside, put the top down, one push, and you're ready for a roadster drive. Safety is standard inside the MX-5, so you're getting everything you need. One of the really nice details I notice is the exterior color rolls into the interior. You really get to enjoy that exterior color rather than just the people around you. And I really like this new tan leather interior, and the two together are very classy. This vehicle is so much fun to drive with the top up or the top down. But as long as we're here in summer, I pulled my hair back. Probably could use a baseball cap, but this is so much fun to drive. It was raining earlier and finally stopped, so I got to take advantage of having this vehicle for a week, and of course the beautiful weather that we rarely get here in the Buffalo area, just June, July, August pretty much. But as far as this vehicle, it is a joy to drive. Super easy shifting, nice short throws. If you don't know how to drive a manual transmission, this is one of those vehicles like a Mini Cooper, super easy to drive and a great place to learn. A lot of people would go for the automatic. No. You need to have the manual transmission because that's part of the fun of driving this vehicle. The brakes are great. And one of the vehicles that I test drove last year, and you can check that out on the Car Smarts channel, is I got to drive the hardtop convertible. Personally, that's my favorite combination. The soft top requires a little bit of maintenance, but as far as I'm concerned, absolutely love this car, and you can't go wrong. Just too much fun to drive. Steering wheel could be a little thicker, but remember, this is a reasonably priced sports car. It is not a race car, although Miata does have an MX-5 racing series, and all the older cars, people buy them up like crazy and they go racing in them, and they are a blast. But for the street, this is a wonderful sports car, and that's why Mazda keeps building these cars, because people love them. Putting the top up is quite simple in this car, so if you're putting up the top at a traffic light, it takes only a couple seconds. Putting it down, you do have to get out and push it down. So I'll show you how simple it is. And that's it. A couple seconds. The turning radius of this vehicle is super tight. And part of what makes this car so much fun to drive, you need to make a circle, is turn it around right here within an intersection. It's just too much fun. Nice balance of brakes and handling. You can see why people love these cars. The only thing I don't like about this vehicle is that you can't touch the screen. Mazda has a whole thing. They don't like people touching the screens, but we're all used to that with our phones, iPads. Many computers are that way now. And not being able to reach over and touch this means I have to go down and figure out where the dial is and then adjust from there. It's a little frustrating, but other than that, I love this car. It is too much fun to drive. Woohoo! I'll be driving with the top down later. I just got to get myself a baseball cap. Let's talk about the pros and cons, the competitor list, and the price. There are some pros and cons when it comes to the 2025 Mazda Miata Grand Touring. First off, it is fun to drive. It is a zippy car, and it's an iconic classic two-seater sports car. And if you want something fun to drive year-round, you will definitely love the Miata, and you'll see why people own them and they don't sell them and why they've become such loyalists. This is such a budget-friendly car all the way around to have a second car or maybe your only vehicle. On the negative side, well, if you're two larger people, it is a bit tight with the top up, but again, you can always go by yourself. And as far as storage, well, there's very little storage. That's one thing that you'll leave a lot of your things at home or just put it in the trunk. There's not a lot of competitors when it comes to the Miata. You've got the Toyota GR86, the Subaru BRZ, which are very, very similar, and the Mustang convertible, which is a larger car, but they're all in that same price category. Now, when it comes to price, this is where the 2025 Mazda Miata really shines. Prices start at $30,515 and go all the way up to the hard top with all the loaded goodies at $42,285. Our test vehicle came in as you see it with this beautiful blue exterior and the tan leather at $36,115, and that included destination and delivery. This vehicle is seriously a blast to drive, and if you haven't driven an MX-5 or a Miata in a long time, you got to take one for a spin. They're still the same fun that they've always been. A lot of new technology, a lot of new safety makes this vehicle even more fun to own than the previous generations. If you have any questions about the 2025 Mazda MX-5 Miata, put them down in the comments below. If you owned one of these, I'd love to hear your story. We'll share it with the community. If you got value from this video, please like and subscribe. And if you'd like to support our channel, you can buy me a cup of coffee. The link for that is in the description, as well as all the ways to reach me. And remember, all car reviews live here on Car Smarts, and all news is on Car Coach Reports. I'm LaurenFix. Thanks so much for watching.